What's up, hockey fans? It's Bruin Steel, your host Bruin Steel, and I'm with Isaiah Jackson. Apparently, I couldn't find anyone else to do this with us, but figured I had Isaiah Jackson do this with me since he's a Penguins fan. But before I start this video, I think it's absolutely retarded that they finished the Western Conference. The NHL had no breaks in between. The Western Conference ended yesterday, and now the Eastern is going to start tonight. So I think it's completely stupid they do that. I think they should, give the Western Conference a break. Maybe, I don't know. I think it was completely stupid, but I don't know. It makes sense, the Western Conference give a little break, and then the Penguins play. But I mean, different teams have a certain amount of rest. But I mean, good thing we got this pick going, though, right? But anyways, the Western Conference ended last night, the last Western Conference matchup. So the Eastern Conference Finals and the Western Conference Finals are set. So we're gonna start on the Western side first. So we have the St. Louis Blues taking on the San Jose Sharks. And St. Louis has the edge here. They have home ice advantage, and Sharks, surprisingly, I don't think they have made the Western Conference Finals in so long. I don't know when the last time they made the Western Conference Finals, the Sharks, but so that's going to be an interesting matchup there. So I'm going to give the floor to Isaiah Jackson. So Isaiah, good to see you again. What do you think about this series? Who do you got?
I say this should be a pretty interesting series. From the two Western Conference games I saw the last two nights, I could say this could go either way. This will be a tough series. I say I got the San Jose Sharks in 6 games because you saw what they did to the Preds last night. 5-0 in Game 7. So they're one of those dangerous teams for hockey as of right now. And Joe Pavelski, Joe Fortin, and all those guys, they have the talent to make it to the Cup. So I got the Sharks in 6.
Alright, so Sharks in 6. So in my opinion, I personally think that, I seen Tyler Spence's video saying that, this Sharks team's the best. I totally agree with Tyler Spence, because, I do believe the Sharks team's really good. I think the Sharks team's hungry. I think this is one of the best Sharks team I've seen. The fact of recent years, there's all the people saying that, how they're not a good team because they choked against the Kings and wherever, but I think the Blues did a good job. They had 2 Game 7s, but I don't think this series is going to go to the distance. I also have this series going 6 games, and I think the Sharks are going to win. I think the Sharks are going to excuse me. I think the Sharks are going to win this series, so I'm taking the Sharks in this series. So I have the Sharks winning this in 6 games, moving on to the Stanley Cup Finals. So moving on to the Eastern Conference Finals, we have the Pittsburgh Penguins, who surprisingly took out the Washington Capitals, the President's Trophy winners. The President's Trophy winners, sorry. The Pittsburgh Penguins taking out the President's Trophy winners, the Washington Capitals, and they'll be taking on the dangerous team, the Tampa Bay Lightning. And Pittsburgh has the edge here. They have a home ice. What do you think about this series since you're a Pens fan, Isaiah?
From what I saw the last series against the Capitals, it felt like an Eastern Conference. Sorry. Like I said, it felt like an Eastern Conference battle because it was so much anticipation, so much hype, so much desperation between both teams. And I gotta tell you, if the Pens did not take out the Caps, the Pens would have been eliminated. But now, as they're facing Tampa tonight, against a dangerous Lightning team who's taken out the Red Wings and the Islanders in 5 games in the first 2 rounds. And the Pens took out the Rangers in 5, and like I said, the Caps in 6. So, I believe I got the Penguins in 5 games or 7. That's my pick for this series. And yes, the Pens game is tonight, Penguin fans. So hit at your boy Still Jackson.
So you think that Pittsburgh might win in 7?
Um, either seven or five. But I want the series to end on home ice, so it's kind of tough for me. But I have to say, Penguins in five.
Well, let me just say my own opinion. So I was looking at stats earlier, and I told you, Sidney Crosby did not have any goals to my surprisingly, but I do believe he's gonna step his game up. But I mean, like, people doubt the Penguins. They're a great team. The Rangers doubted them. They think that it was an easy win for them, saying that they own you guys like twice, like the last 2 years. They beaten you guys in the playoff. But I reminded those Rangers fans saying that this is a way different Penguins team, and they just didn't listen to me. I think this Penguins team is much better, and I knew that we were going to take out the Rangers in a short amount of games. It was five yet. But I personally had the Penguins in six in that series against the Rangers, but it was five. Oh well, but I personally knew Pittsburgh was going to beat them, so. And I think this Pittsburgh team's dangerous. There's a reason why they took out the President's winner trophy, the President's Trophy winner. Sorry, but there's a reason why they took them out, and this team has talent. But everyone's talking about how dangerous Tampa Bay Lightning. I mean, like, you gotta agree with that. Though Tampa Bay right now is playing hot. I think they're really good. Steven Stamkos had a great so far the first two rounds. He's gonna make something happen. I personally think this Tampa Bay team is really good, and I think it's gonna go. I think I have the series going 7 games. It'll come down to Pittsburgh. I actually think the Tampa Bay Lightning are gonna go back to the finals for a second year in a row. So I think Tampa Bay is going to. I do believe these teams are going to split the first four. Game five is in Pittsburgh. I think Pittsburgh takes a home win, and I think Tampa takes game six, and it all comes down to game seven. I think the Pittsburgh is going to fight their asses in game seven. I think it's going to be a really close game. Maybe high score, maybe over 4 points, maybe over 4 goals. I don't know, probably less than that. But possibly I want to see an overtime in Game 7. I think Tampa takes Game 7. I think Tampa just somehow wins. So that's my own opinion. No with disrespect. I told you that I hate Sidney Crosby, but I think he had a decent series. But I think that Tampa has the weapons. I think they're looking hot right now, and I think they're gonna. I think Steven Stamkos is gonna take his team back to the finals. So I have the Tampa Bay Lightning in 7 games. So
I know one Lightning's fan in the TTC, and he's a Jaguars fan. T. Kirk, you warned me about him, right, Bruins Steel?
Steven Stamkos, yeah, he's a monster. This is gonna be crazy if the Lightning can pull another into the finals. So I think it actually can happen. But this video is kind of short. I want to talk about a few things. So I don't know if you really predict that, but I predict that, I predict that the Pittsburgh and Tampa will be split the first four, and then Game 5, and Pittsburgh goes to the Penguins. They have a 3-2 lead, and I think Tampa wins the next two. So, personally, I want to ask you, do you have a prediction of who's going to win which game, whatever, or you do that?
It's not like how it happens, when it will happen, but, personally, here's how I think it will go. I understand the, Lightning are one of the hottest teams in the league right now, and like I said before, moments ago, they've beaten the Red Wings and Islanders in 5 games. Personally, in my own opinion, I believe, I don't think Tampa Bay is ready for this Pittsburgh team, despite the fact that the Lightning have beaten the Penguins in all their games this year, and the Metro Conference Metro Division is better than the Atlantic. That's just my own take. What do you think?
I mean, I gave my predictions, so I just think this Lightning's playing. I just personally think this Lightning team's playing well. So I have no idea. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good series. I'll be surprised really if this is a 4-game sweep, but I doubt that's gonna happen. Penguins are gonna win. Penguins are gonna win some games, but they'll be retarded if the Penguins don't. But I personally wouldn't be surprised if it went 7, but I could see it go 7 because these teams have been playing so hot right now. And, the Western Conference, I could see it go Game 7, but I think that, the Sharks team's not going to back down. I think the Shark team's good. We talk about what's his name? Dave Puskowski? I can't even say his name, but
I think it was Joe Pazowski.
yeah, sorry about that. Joe Plasky. I think he had a great series. They're not gonna lower this Blues game series to a game 7, in my opinion. So I think that the Sharks are gonna win in 6 games. For that, I personally think that they possibly could split the first 4. I don't know. San Jose is looking hot at home. I might have San Jose winning both home games. I think it's going to be back and forth home wins. I think game 1 and 2 in St. Louis goes to St. Louis. I think game 3 and 4 in San Jose. I think that goes to the Sharks 2-2, and then game 5 is in St. Louis. I think the Sharks steals that in game 6 and back in San Jose. I think the Sharks finish it. So I think that's gonna happen. So
If I'm not mistaken, didn't the San Jose Sharks only lose one home game this series when they played LA in the first round?
I have no idea. I think they lost a home game to the Predators.
The whole 7 game series between Nashville and San Jose, neither team lost at home.
Yeah. But but I think the Blues have lost at home though. I can't remember.
Yeah, a couple games to the Stars last series before blowing them out in Dallas's arena, and that was kind of shocking to me. 3-0 in the first period. That was probably the worst performance I've seen from Dallas this year.
Hey, I seen a team go up 6-0 in the first period in a playoff game before.
I mean, I watched all of the game. I just watched some of it. I know, even though it was 6-0 at first, and Dallas scored its only goal, but it wasn't enough.
Well, that's all I have. 12 minutes is good enough. But I'm Bruin Steel, and this is Steel Jackson. We're out. Was the Western Conference Finals and the Eastern Conference Final. Just to go over the picks again, I have the Tampa Bay Lightning winning in 7, and I have the San Jose Sharks in 6 games. Steel Jackson has Pittsburgh winning in 5 or 7 games, and he also has San Jose in 6 games. So this has been great NHL picks. So we're signing off. Bruin Steel, Steel Jackson. Peace out.
Fiasco Pens.